Maybe don't let it go there, but there are a lot of
CB squared has 51 5 degrees of freedom. Make me
On the way home, I got hungry and I ate it. We're Americans and we only like competition, okay? I'm eating and I'm reading a book. And that's when you just comes up.
Did you seriously think you could somehow change the world from here?
Yeah, sort of at first.
And? How do you feel about it now?
I'm not blazing with satisfaction or anything. But the truth is, it all ended for me the instant I shared my memories with you. At that point, my work was done. I figured that you'd probably be able to run with it from there.
You're a hell of a liar, kid. I clearly recall you didn't want me involved.
I'm sorry, but the minute you share and synchronize all your information, you lose your uniqueness and become absorbed into the unconscious maliciousness of a third party that has no motive. Or perhaps into the will of someone who does have one.
Are those your words based on what you've gained from hard-earned experience?
Yes, and the fact is, you yourself played the role of a laughing man copycat as well.
Well, I have to admit it was a fascinating phenomenon. At any rate, what was your underlying reason for triggering such a huge event in the first place?
To you, everything that's happening in the world appears phony to be something other than what it is, right?
That TV sound, Joe?
Yes. When it comes to cyberization, I'm pretty much the shining example of a poster boy. So you'd think at the very least I would have felt terrified at the thought of contracting cyberbrain's chlorosis. I'll tell you, it was a simple piece of mail I stumbled across the net that began this whole thing. What I found was a blackmail document that had probably been sent to Serrano Genomics. It was armed with a thesis that was a comparative study of the inadequacy of Serrano micromachines versus the effectiveness of the mRNA vaccine.
Then the original lagging man was the person who authored it.
You can put it like that, I suppose. I am the machine that reveals the world to you as only I want people to see it.
Ziegler, he was a Russian filmmaker, wasn't he?
Yes. I was kidding myself by thinking it was my personal mission to prove and circulate that information, vital data I alone could happen upon.
Failing spectacularly, the pure innocent mediator grew dejected at the base nature of the social system and he turned mute.
Yes. It was because of that I became a vanishing mediator. Just like an author whose existence is emphasized with the fact that he rarely puts out any new works of publication. In other words, by disappearing, it acts as a mechanism of the social system. Per sociological theory, it ultimately vanishes, leaving no trace of its presence inside or outside the system.
Frederick Jameson, I believe.
Yes. And no. Masachi Osawa, too. Even though I was familiar with the words, I didn't believe it until I saw it with my own eyes. Who knew that copies could still be produced despite the absence of an original? If you had to give a name to this phenomenon, what would you label it?
It would be standalone complex.
Yes, it's the standalone complex. From the start, the very nature of our current social system has contained mechanisms to trigger such an amazing occurrence. Personally, however, I feel this marks the beginning of a new era of despair. What's your opinion?
I don't know. It's impossible for me to say. Although I have found one thing capable of restoring your individuality after all your information has been synchronized.
Oh, really? And what's that?
Everyday human curiosity.
You're right. You know, that's something that never occurred to me. I think my brain has already started to harden.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or hosts. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by this channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
It's just like Killer Cop 4, but she's got Hema instead of fry cook balls. I need you, Action Bastard! Action Bastard, I need you! Action Bastard, I need you! Why am I wasting time dancing?
You want to know why? Because the world is fucking flat, dog. And everything that you see up there, as far as like planets or stars, yeah, guess what, dude? It's fucking fake. It's just lights up there. The government put those lights up there so you dummies could just act like there's something up there.
Wait a second, are you a flat earther?
Call a crackhead. You're stupid. Yeah. Yeah.
What? What? Oh. What was in this shit?
Yeah, what was in this shit, man? Alright, folks, welcome to another Crackpot Conspiracies. I have some idiocracy to go over with you all. And if you've not voted in the poll, please vote in the poll. If you'd like a link to join us as a guest, let us know and we'll send you one. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Sorry about yesterday. I pulled a side muscle and I was down for the count yesterday. It's feeling a lot better. So we're going to crack on with this idiocracy. And I could not wait to tell you all about the things that I found on the interwebs for you alls. Thank you, Sir Sick, for finding some of it. But we've got more from that content creator. Okay, all right. Just making sure there was nothing going on in the background that I didn't know about. All right, so folks, let's bring in our co-host.
But some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
And there's the brain of the...
Hey, sexy people.
Yeah.
Howdy.
How's it?
Yeah. Doing okay. Still got my cough, but that'll probably gonna be weeks before that's gone. But yeah, and I just people that have seen the poll, put a 1 in the side chat if you know who we're gonna be covering,
or even put the name. But if you know who we're talking about, one or the name.
Let's see who gets it right.
And then let's go ahead and put a 2 if you have no fucking idea why I made that poll. Because this is not the first time we've gone over this idiot that thinks stuffs is fakes.
Yeah.
I thought that that was a fun poll. I was gonna put a poll up, what weird conspiracies you want to see? And I was like, nope. Are animals real? And of course, are animals fake? Sorry. And of course, everybody put, of course. And we have one, just some of the, only some. So if you've not voted in the poll, please do that, because yes, and things. All right, so let's bring in our guests. And of course, we have the... And there are guests. How are you both doing?
Doing great. A little sweaty.
Yeah, same here. Same here. It's fucked here. It's just absolutely fucked. They turned up the heat. It got to be 20 degrees here today.
Yeah, 20 degrees.
20 degrees. That's
20
fucking
real
brutal.
degrees, not
Canadian.
freedom degrees.
Real degrees.
I know.
Real measurements. We use real measurements, not
That's like
freedom measurements.
289 degrees Kelvin. It's fucking sweltering.
Yeah, it went from 3 degrees here straight up to in the 20s.
Slim. They're early enough to do this, to do the intro. So I love that intro.
I know. That's what we're gonna do.
I gotta run for a bit. I'll try to come back, but I just wanted to say hi to everybody and wish you all a wonderful Thursday, or if you're an Aussie, I guess like a Friday morning or whatever the fuck people do over there.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see you in a minute.
Kiwi. All right. Bye.
Yeah.
Stunning, plump, red, perfectly unscratched, and incredibly sweet mango.
And there's our mango. How are you doing?
Oh my god, you did that like right as I took a bite of food, so now my mouth is full and I feel awkward.
I'm sorry.
Mango, you're used to having a mouth. Never mind. You don't.
Mango's wasted, by the way.
I am, but spitters are quitters.
No,
Let's get that
you
clear.
need to be wasted.
And I have to play this because that happened.
Grin, grin, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more.
Exactly, Samoa. All right, folks. Are y'all ready for the insanity that I have planned for y'all?
I don't know if I'm drunk enough for this.
Well, keep drinking. I had two beers.
Take another shot.
Yeah, and then also buy shots or buy me shots, the thingy-mabobbers, or I'll eat a scorpion for $50. But anyways, let's crack on. I may just drink shots just because of how insane the things are that we're going to be going through. So before we get to the...
But people have not said who recovering. Do they not know?
I'm pretty sure most of them do, but nobody did comment on that yet. And speaking of that, Devil, I forgot. Let's go ahead and say hi to the side of my chats right quick.
Yes.
We have the Canadian Ollie-Man.
Hi, Ollie-Man.
Hey, Ollie.
The commander.
Yeah,
is that
commander?
work?
Salute.
Yeah.
But hello.
Yeah.
We have a doorknob head.
Hey,
he is a knob head.
And a demon or...
A demon. But knobhead is also off to work again. So
okay, well, hopefully you can have us in the background. Because most of these things, you really don't need to actually see much of what's going on. It's the audio that is the create. Yes,
audio.
The audio.
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 I'm talking more and more British as every day goes by.
Yeah, no. British don't talk like that, mate. Even we say audio.
I know, but I can't.
I think you are turning. You've got that many implants now. You're now beginning to turn into speaking binary language.
Yeah, well,
no, Doc. He's speaking how you Brits are going to be speaking in like 30 to 40 years.
Yeah, this is future
British. Remember, he's a time traveler.
Russian in 30 or 40 years, especially.
Then I'll be speaking Russian. Okay.
He's I'm Avler, right? You don't speak the T's?
No.
Okay,
Sorry.
So here is the first video we're gonna go over. Thanks to the Mini Minute Man. He makes amazing content. Here is this lady.
Love Mini Minute Man.
Yeah, me too. So here we blow with this lady. And if you didn't know the real history of America, here we go, honey.
All right.
Have y'all seen this map?
Wow, I have now. Jesus. Who's mom?
I'm going to turn up volume a little bit on this, but there we go.
Mom is this. Look, if your parents are, Facebook conspiracy boomers, you guys got to start putting some parental controls in your Wi-Fi, or else they're going to start doing stuff like this.
Map of ancient America: Israel, Egypt, Babylon, Assyria, Egypt, Egyptian Sea.
Did you all hear that?
No, it's really hard to hear.
Okay, I got it. And I'll go back and we'll boost it a little bit more. When he's on, it is loud. But let me go back.
Yeah, then he's loud, so fucking what?
And then I will, if you didn't hear it, then I will go over and I'll let you all know, and I will use my red marker, and I'm gonna do it anyways. I'll go my presets because that will help boost it with spoken word. There you go. Okay, so now she should be a lot better.
There is subtitles.
Let's do that, but you're right. And she's still quiet as fuck, but here we go. I boosted it like almost as loud as I can get it.
Map of ancient America: Israel, Egypt, Babylon, Assyria, Egypt, Egyptian Sea.
Really?
What? Old America, Egypt, Egyptian Sea. What's the fucking Egyptian Sea when it's about?
I don't know, but she said that this is the ancient American map. There's Israel over here.
Yeah.
Assyria over here. Babylon is over here, of course.
The fuck is Egypt doing down there?
Mesopotamia, and then Egypt, and then the Egyptian Sea for some reason, and then the Great Sea. There's also a couple other weird things they say around here, but I can't really always see them. But supposedly this is the map of Americas. Fuck yeah. So just ponder that for 5 milliseconds. Let's just see. Let's watch him have fun with this, but I'm definitely gonna have to turn it down because his
Rhode Island,
audio compared
Mongolia, Zambia.
Okay, I know. Detroit, Zambia, Okinawa.
Brilliant.
Okay, so there is that.
Wait, did she just say that America was taken out of that area and what?
Well, the next thing she's going to say is it's called Jerusalem with USA in the middle, and that Saudi Arabia, Chicago, Jerusalem, and some other place all fit together in one of the Michigan lakes or one of the lakes. But because her
she obviously knows. She's obviously not like a QAnon Trump supporting Republican patriot.
No, definitely
obviously.
Yeah.
Giggity.
Anyways,
of course it's giggity.
So we
hello, Mr. Trees.
Hello. Hey, Trees. So here we go, and we're gonna go with the animal thing first. Because why not? Ah, Jeebus Christ. Okay. I had to share it first. Come on, Beavis and Butthead.
That will help. That will help.
F11. I know. I jump the gun sometimes. Man, I can't believe there's 72 likes on this video. Anyways, let's crack on with this. And here's why animals is fakes.
Today's video is highly requested. We're going to be looking at some real animals. And right here you see a super cute sea otter. And it's being trained. That's what the stick is. It was feeding time, so we got to see the sea otters get some food. They were pretty cute.
Yeah, they are. I agree with him.
Yeah, this is going to be a really lighthearted video, just looking at some cute animal pictures of real animals. I have some videos at the end, so stick around. Oh, look at them having breakfast. I think it was smashed up pieces of crab.
How is it fake then?
Here's a blind seal. A lot of their seals, if not all of them, were injured in some way or unable to be, let out in the ocean. And that's pretty common with these sorts of places. This is a pretty small-time aquarium. I've been to the Monterey Bay Aquarium before. It's huge and pretty impressive. This is just more small-timey. And it's kind of fascinating. Shows you the difference between man and beast.
When are you going to get to being fake animals then? I feel like this is just a lead up to him pretending to something.
Yeah, and like why you're going to a zoo or aquarium like to look at the differences between animals and humans. It's
feel
much
like-
more interesting to look at the similarities.
If you're going to go anywhere where you question if it was a real animal or not, it's in the sea, especially them deep ones down with the lights on, with the headlights and things like that, blinkers and things like that. They're all them creatures.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those anglerfish. Yeah,
Oh,
those are
they're
weird.
sick. A legend. I met this guy.
Yeah. Oh, you met him?
Yeah.
Ah.
Sir Sick?
Yeah, he lives not far from me. If it was him, he said he was. He said it was him, and I why was I doubting? He said
Okay. Was there a glass of whiskey in his hand?
No.
Then
it wasn't a pub, though.
And he insisted every human would give him his whiskey.
He's just brilliant. He fucking. I admire the guy. I think he does a lot of research. He puts a lot into his videos. So yeah, I think they're well written.
Yeah, and then plays it off like he's not putting that much effort into it, and that it's just. I think that is very interesting.
Well, yeah.
Wow, I didn't.
It's very difficult to make something difficult look easy. If you can do that, that's brilliance.
Okay, here we go.
It was an imposter I met. If Sir Sick is going to watch this, then I apologise. Remember a fat bloke? Not in a wheelchair then. In a pub, talking to you. That was me. If it wasn't you, then you've got an imposter on your hands.
Okay, I found the original video, so we don't have to go over. I mean, I love Sir Sick, and everybody go there and show him some love, obviously. But here's the video, because I thought that he thought all animals were fake. And this morning, when I found that, I thought it was him being facetious. But I guess he does believe that there are some real animals. Maybe. I didn't want to go through that whole video.
Well, I think that the only way he knows how to determine if an animal is real or fake is if he has put his never mind in it.
If he puts him all in. So anyways, let's crack on with this. And here we blow about how he believes that zebras are white horses that are painted with stripes.
They're painted black.
They're painted.
In the comments was going off about how dare I say that zebras are painted that way. So naturally, I'm going to do a video on zebras today. This is a hard one because it's something that's really ingrained into the world. You know, people are born and Z is for zebra, Z is for zebra gets.
Yeah, you want to know where I saw a bunch of fake zebras there, Hans? And they were actually donkeys that were painted with stripes, is the donkey shows down in Mexico. That's where they're real fake zebras. Okay, everywhere else, they're fucking real, you dumb cunt. And I saw fake ones, and I can tell the difference between a real one and a fucking fake painted one.
Told to you like a million times before you're old, and
nobody's telling you that these things are things. They're teaching you. You're let into the light that zebras have these stripes, and that I think what their skin tone is actually black, and it's the white fur that grows in or something like that, or something. So nobody's indoctrinating you into believing in zebras. You don't.
Proven that he's self-taught. Obviously, he's self-taught.
And also, like with a lot of animals, like as we can see here, isn't like the patterning coming in later?
Yeah, and that's another thing that he is let's hear what he fucking says about that bullshit. Because yeah, once again, they go through different color changes. Yeah, and scans. They're sheep that are barcode scannable. Is that what you're saying?
That's how a lot of their brainwashing goes. Same thing with the outer space. Why is outer space and dinosaurs and zebras these days sloths? you got to ask yourself, why are sloths so heavily part of children stuff? Same with coal.
What? I don't remember anything being a part of my children's stuff, and or I don't see any of that happening. And I used to work with the San Diego Zoo, doing animal training and blah blah blah. I was working to be a zoologist, a person who works with animals in different fields, and I've gotten smacked in the face by a sloth claw. They may move slow, but because they're clumsy, when they try to like grab your shoulder or something, they'll swing their arm way further because they're not very.
Well, the only sloth I know is Shani.
Yeah,
Hey, don't
that's a
insult
whole different
sloths.
verse of sloth.
Don't
Yeah.
insult sloths.
Well, the only reason why you can classify her as that is because the hair that's growing on her back does grow fungus and bacteria. Anyways, let's
That makes the link even worse.
Yeah, did you hear that, Mango? That was amazing, huh?
Koalas are heavily pushed on children for a reason.
I missed
It's
the whole
easier
bunch.
to
Like,
Oh, I was talking about how you can classify Shani as a sloth because bacteria and fungus grow on her back hair.
oh fuck yeah!
So that's why she's classified
Sorry,
as one.
I'm drunk as fuck trying to do like 6 other things right now.
And
things. Just
and
enjoy the fucking stream.
And she does move very slow as well. I mean, we've seen
Wait,
her
does
move,
she move?
crazy fast, but we do know that she moves very slowly.
She moves fast when she's mad. Okay.
Yeah, she's lunged at police officers, Rev,
Yeah, but then she
for children.
Then she also screams off the top of her loud.
Or when
She
Rev
does
catches a
scream
nerve
at the
with his
top of her
ass
loud.
wiping stick. When the ass wiping stick
Sure.
comes out and he rubs a nerve, that's when she jumps.
Yeah, yes, she can be agile when she needs to be. I would call it more like a silverback gorilla because they normally move very slowly until they're needing to make a confrontation. But anyways, let's crack on
Until
with
they
the
want
idiocracy of this.
When they want foods, that's when they liven up.
And she
just
does
like her.
throw, and she does throw her shit. We've seen that on the walls. We can't 100% say that was the kids that did that. Allegedly,
or the cat,
or the anything in the house.
to deceive people from a young age, and just they never grow out of the lie. They've just been told Z is for zebra a million.
Except for when you go to the motherfucking zoo and you actually like go and see them or pet them or like go and are having close encounters with them, you don't go out fucking side and actually like. I know he said he's been to the zoo and he said he went to the Monterey Bay aquarium, which is an amazing place. Yeah, which is an amazing place in San Diego. I believe that's the one that he was talking about. There may be another one, but they're awesome. And go in there and go touch animals. Why
No,
are things
don't touch
fake?
them. You're not allowed to touch them.
Well, there are certain touching places but anyways,
yeah.
if they don't want you to touch them, then don't touch them. But if you can, go out and fucking rub the zebra. I mean, Jesus. Hey, Jinx, you. All right, so anyways, let's crack on.
I like rubbing my zebra.
And
Yeah.
they're gaslit by the world. Even though I remember noticing the faded
Yeah, she only moves fast when the DoorDash driver arrives.
stripes growing up.
No, then
It
she
was
sends
odd.
Rev, right?
But it's like nobody's out there saying, "Hey, zebras are really painted that way," except for as a joke, as they do, because it is a big joke. All the time, you'll hear jokes about zebras being painted that way in the media, and
Oh, I forgot. And in the old sideshow days, they literally would get a fucking horse and paint it and put it into a sideshow or a menagerie or something. Be like, look at the zebra, and it's literally just a colt that they painted.
Well, yeah,
Okay,
the
I will
colt-
agree. I will.
The colts come out colorless. They do.
Yeah, yeah. And if you get a dark horse that is a small version of whatever horse species, I don't fucking know the right one. Yeah, then you can paint stripes on it and you can totally. So yes, there have been versions throughout history where people have painted horses, mules, and donkeys like zebras, but they do not look anything close to what even this photo that he's showing. And I know why he's showing this photo. It's because the baby is blocking the stripes of it. Even in this photo, those stripes you could never paint on a motherfucking horse. There's no way that you could do that. It would be impossible, especially for it to stay on, even for one day. Supposedly, they were painting it multiple times a day to keep those fake stripes on, and they never made them in weird, fucked up patterns like this. They always did it in just straight stripes almost.
The stripes of a zebra are basically, it's not a camouflage, but it's to confuse predators. The stripes, it's like even insects with diseases, it stops but plus it controls body temperature for them as
It's
well.
an optical illusion for other animals, so they don't.
Protection.
Yeah, they don't know what's going on, or they don't see
Yeah,
it
so
properly.
a big group just looks like one big blob.
Or it looks like a sandstorm or something else, to where the eye isn't like directed straight towards it as an objective.
It's their fingerprint. It's how they know who is who.
And that's the other thing. You think that there are motherfucking
it's a social thing as well.
Yeah, and you think that motherfucking zoologists and people that work at the freaking zoos go around and paint the same exact stripes every single day on every single freaking zebra? Multiples. Like, Jeebus Christ, you crackhead. And then what you think this
Slim, you do know that, like, they walk in, put the mold on it, spray it quickly, and then they're off again. You know, they use a mold.
It's a stencil. Well, there's it's like a stencil. You just put the stencil on the wall and then it does it. Yeah, totally. And like on the Serengeti Desert.
I'm with Demon. You know, they're the animal kingdom's barcode.
Yeah, exactly. And once again, so in the Serengeti Desert, all the groups and herds of zebras are somehow every night in the middle of the night being tranquilized, and then they're being painted, and they wake up and are like, what the fuck, why am I black and white all of a sudden?
This conspiracy has that default debunkability. Just by using one question. Why?
Yes,
why would somebody do this?
Yeah, well, this is faking. This is what every conspiracy theorist never asks themselves. You know, why? What's the point? Why? What reason? It's all it's lies. It's anti-government. They're trying to pull the wool over our eyes. They're trying to infect us with something else, and it's just this is what they believe in. And yeah, it's sad, really, but it's a part of the brain that just doesn't function properly. Like the reasoning, logical side of the brain, that they can't get a
lot
grasp.
smarter than you did beforehand. TikTok conspiracy theorists are a
Sorry,
group of people
I
that
did not mean to cut you off.
No, go on. I've finished.
Okay, I didn't want to.
Basically, all I was saying is all these conspiracy theorists are as thick as pig shit.
Exactly.
No shit, Sherlock.
So what I'm gonna do, and thanks, the duck. Is that the right way to say it? August the duck. Sorry. I'm gonna play this crazy lady. He's gonna kind of explain who she is for a second, and then we're gonna skip through so that we're not playing him commentating, because we're just using. We want to just show this crazy fucking lady.
Bullshittery.
Yes, so here we go. I will be right back. Let me make sure my avatar is the right avatar. And there we go. Okay. I'll be right back in like 10 seconds.
At full screen.
I'm a conspiracy theorist. Of course I don't believe in aliens, because space isn't real. I'm a conspiracy theorist. Of course I think Wi-Fi is a part of mind-reading technology.
Well, guys, it's the same old song and dance. Today, we are once again diving into the make-believe world of an insane conspiracy theorist that I have found on TikTok. Prepare to leave this video feeling a lot smarter than you did beforehand. TikTok conspiracy theorists are a group of people that I have unfortunately become quite familiar with over the last couple of years. years. We've seen people who don't believe that humans actually poop.
Okay, so I don't honestly know.
I don't think she's a conspiracy theorist. I think she's just taking a piss.
Yeah, but he's using her as an intro, I think. But wait,
no,
say
hold
there
on.
are people that think that humans don't poop?
Yes, there are people that think things like that.
Say that to my poor bed.
And then what's the whole for? Oh, now I know. I'm doing it right all the time. Oh.
Say that to my everything every time something happens. Like literally, like. Anyways, we're not going to talk about bottom holes right now. But give me a second.
Why not?
Okay, there we go. All right, so let's listen to this lady say these thingy mabobbers.
I'm a conspiracy theorist. Of course I build a food storage so when society collapses, my family and I can still eat. I'm a conspiracy theorist. Of course I think 15-minute cities are a bad idea. Is it a city or a prison camp?
Alrighty, so we're already into the bullshittery here, not even 30.
So I'm hoping this is fake, but
and like the
she's just being ironic. You can see that.
Yeah.
Sarcastic and ironic.
But the 50-minute cities, like that is like an exaggeration, I think. But like basically what we've got over here.
No, America's the only place that doesn't have those.
Any kind of store in like 50 minutes on my fucking bicycle. Like,
yeah, they're idiots. They don't understand that the rest of the world has towns and cities that are.
Yeah, no, America is the way it is because it's ran by the oil companies.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like, it's a good idea to keep all the stores away from all the people, so they have to drive there with a car, so they have to buy gas all the time.
Exactly.
Like I get on my bicycle. Can't see. Sorry. No, I get on my bicycle and with 3 minutes I'm at the supermarket. I can do all my I can do all my shopping.
Yes.
And like if I ride 5 minutes more, I'm in the city center and like they're
clip-clopping around in your clogs.
Well, yeah, that's
fuck
why
clogs.
these things
I don't
are so
like
funny.
walking on clogs.
Yeah, clogs are not fun. Anyways, so here we go with our channel sponsors commercial. Welcome. I know. Welcome, Skits.
That's funny. Did somebody pass out and leave the chat?
Oh, maybe that cat is fake. Not a real cat.
It's not a real cat.
Of course, cats aren't real.
Yeah. So I don't know about that 100%, but maybe she was getting the things at the front doors. Hopefully she comes back. If not, night mangoes. Okay, so here we blow with this.
Horror.
I'm a conspiracy theorist. Of course I don't believe in aliens because space isn't real. I'm a conspiracy theorist. Of course I think Wi-Fi is a part of mind-reading technology.
Okay, so firstly, space isn't real. I don't even really know what the I is part of a mind-reading.
Okay.
I'm a conspiracy theorist. Of course I think the school system is broken. They want a nation full of workers, not free thinkers.
When I hear anybody use
Okay. I honestly do think she's just taking the piss.
Yeah.
She's taking the piss.
She's just mocking conspiracy.
Yes.
Okay. The fun thing is that this guy doesn't get that, and he's actually made a video of it.
Well, that's what he does, and maybe he got it, but it's good content for him for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she does sum up conspiracy theorists quite well, though.
Yes, she does. So here we go with CERN in the Vatican. How to open the portal to hell.
Hi there, folks. Welcome to Prophecy Update, where we look at current events in the light of Bible prophecy. My name is Bob Mitchell, and I'll be with you for the next few minutes. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. And
blah, 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 blah. Okay, tell us the weird shit.
It's the European Organization for Nuclear Research. They operate the largest particle physics laboratory in the world, where the renowned Large Hadron Collider, also known as the LHC, is situated. The Hadron Collider is the largest machine in the world. At 17 miles or a 27 kilometer circumference, it sits 574 feet or 174 meters.
Okay, get into why we're going to hell.
Yet today, Europe is pushing forward with plans to build a larger LHC with a 100-kilometer circumference or 62 miles. The cost of this project will be 17 billion US dollars, or almost $3.5 billion.
Okay, cool, awesome, sweet.
Bloody blah, bloody blah, blah.
Satan, how is Satan involved in this? Okay, here we go.
More darker and potentially terrifying purpose inside CERN's LHC.
Dun dun dun.
Some may remember the video that surfaced a while ago of a strange occult ceremony at CERN.
Oh yeah,
which we came to find out is what?
Hoax.
What?
Was a hoax, right?
Yeah. It was a tiny film company that went there to go shoot something for a no-name independent film. That's it.
I think this guy's been reading too much Dan Brown. What was that film? The last book he wrote. Oh, it was pure fucking bollocks.
I don't
Angels
know,
and Demons. It was called.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Where they have priests inventing antimatter. I think it was Angels. It may have been another one of his.
No, but I know what you're talking. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So
and Robert Langdon as the fucking the decryptor professor.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just garbage books. They really are. They're shit.
So let's listen to how CERN somehow is opening a portal to hell, even though they haven't yet, and somehow the Vatican is involved.
We haven't figured out how yet.
Human sacrifice.
Oh shit!
Well, no one knows for sure if it was a real.
I'm just trying to get the combination right.
Camera, or if it was just a hoax sent out for fun by those who work at CERN.
No, it was not that.
Sitting outside CERN's headquarters and donated by the Indian government, we find the large statue of the Indian goddess Shiva, also known as Shiva the Destroyer. Also, according to CERN, another experiment is...
And also of like life and other things, right? She's not complete destruction or something. It's like the rebirth almost theme of Auburn.
Yeah, recreation from what I get. But
yeah, and so once again,
I'm not that big in that area, but like...
No, but I think we're on the right path. So once again, she's not of complete destruction. She is of a rebirth or a renewing of things and stuff. Even though I think she's like standing on a baby she's standing on, I don't remember what this is she's standing on, but it's like a dog or some other thing. But once again, symbology means different things for different things, right? So just because your Western world ideology doesn't fit with all the symbology that it has doesn't mean that your symbology is correct over theirs, right? Like you don't know why she has fucking many arms or what that thing is behind her that look like almost wings, then all the torches or whatever. They may be plans. I don't know. I forgot. I haven't looked up what the symbology of her like this is. The most recent one was Origin. Hey, Ember.
I know he's going to mention antimatter. He really is. I can see it. This is Dan Brown all over. But the super collider, when they fire these particles at like almost the speed of light at each other, and create this different type of matter, I'm talking like you now. This different type of matter, then there's always that antimatter created, but now they collect it, and they do create antimatter. It does. The super collider, you can't deny that, and they've had to come out. Well, I think about 20 years ago, they come out and said we've created antimatter, but they've been creating it all along. Because where there's matter, there's always an anti to it, yin and yang and stuff. So that's physics.
And the other thing about this is we're talking about like molecule size experiments, not huge porthole size. This isn't fucking Stargate, you crackheads. They're literally not opening up portholes.
Stargate, that's a Stargate. That's the Stargate I could run towards. And that dog underneath there is me trying to look up Sheba's skirt.
Hey, if you like the abuse, then hey, getting your step done isn't that horrible as long as she. Never mind. Never mind. Conspiracy nuts doesn't matter exactly. So, yeah, it's a subatomic event. It's not a fucking like they're taking a wall of matter and they're fucking changing it to antimatter.
Well, no, it creates antimatter.
But it's not
alone.
Yeah, but it's not a whole wall of it. It's not a huge portion of this.
No.
Like Ember said, it's subatomic event.
Yeah,
I think or subatomic even. But that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about large things happening. We're talking about not even anybody being able to see things happening. That's why they have to.
They can only register it. They can only register it.
I believe once they realize that when they're creating this matter by firing particles at each other, that they actually built a new building to collect it. And that was decades ago they did this.
Yeah, they've been doing experiments with this for fucking like 20 years or something like that.
Yeah.
So there's nothing new. They're not
changing. It's incredible stuff.
Of course, no, and we need this type of science being done to figure out these different ways of what these things actually are, because once we get deeper into space, or it's a better way to understand physics and
let's understand life. Where do we come from?
Exactly.
We could give it all up and just say, yeah, we believe in God, but no.
And you need to be more worrying about me splattering matter all over your mom the next time I come see her than this fucking bullshit. Anyways, let's crack on with this.
Mark,
to open
behave yourself.
And what that means really is they are attempting to tap into the spirit world.
No, they're not.
And when they did at one time try this, they were shocked to see apparitions, unexplained phenomena that took place.
Oh, it's Jesus.
Yeah. It was the first time, of course it is. Yeah, because the first time you do something that's never been done on the earth, weird things are going to happen. You're going to have anomalies, because there are anomalies until you understand what those things were for something and for what reason. Yeah. A demon says, I still believe it's a device that throws custard pies at the speed of light. That's exactly what it is. So anyways, let's crack on.
But still, they press on to open Pandora's box. This is crazy. It's madness. In fact, some scientists warn they could destroy the world.
It's totally.
But we know that won't happen because the Lord Jesus is coming back to rule the planet.
How do you know that's Jesus and not fucking anybody else, you fucking weirdo?
The bigger version of it looks like the mummy off The Mummy Returns.
No, it totally looks like Mummy, or like anybody else in the fucking world that has like barely any facial features. What's the fucking white mask that it's the Scream mask. It could be anything, you idiot. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Sergio Bertolucci. In 2009, Sergio Bertolucci, director for research and scientific computing at CERN, told reporters, out of this door, portal, might come something, or we might send something through it. This
particles. We're talking about particles. We're not talking about a fucking porthole. We're talking about particles.
Potentially dangerous.
We're also talking about pareidolia, where you see objects in and you could see faces or the Starship Enterprise in a cloud and whatnot. Pareidolia. Yeah. I think it's called pareidolia.
No, it is pareidolia. No, Demon said it earlier.
Yeah, pareidolia.
Yeah, and if you smack yourself in the face with a fucking hammer enough times, you'll see all kinds of weird shit too. So, I mean, what doesn't mean anything.
Or eat the wrong mushroom with the black bit underneath.
Yeah, no, if you definitely, and there's so many things that can cause hallucinations, gas leaks, eating the wrong fucking foods, not eating, not drinking, putting yourself into a sleep deprivation. A handful of things will fucking cause you to hallucinate. I stayed up without drugs a week or something. Yeah, I think it was a week straight without drugs. as an experiment. And on the like 7th day, dude, I was fucking having a fucking fun time. Everything was fucking moving around. There were patterns everywhere. I was seeing fairies, all kinds of stuff. And it was Mother's Day. And my mom came out to this day rave that we had. And I was just like laughing my ass off. My mom's like, what's going on? And I'm like, I just did this weird experiment thing where I haven't like taken drugs in a week, and I stayed up for a week. And now I'm fucking off my fucking rocker. And she was just laughing her ass off because, yeah, no, everything was.
I remember seeing an experiment where they kept people awake, for a whole group of people. This was a lab experiment.
Yeah.
I think the guy lasted 8 days, and they reckon if he'd have gone another night, he'd have died. He basically would have died. But that's terrible.
My body just fucking shut off, and that's why I ended up sleeping.
Yeah.
Because your body will just shut off. To the best of my knowledge, I took LSD for 2 weeks straight and did not sleep very much until my body just turned myself off. So, I mean, again, I don't remember how much sleep I did or didn't get, but after 2 weeks, my body just like turned itself off for like a day and a half. And I woke up holding the cigarette and lighter in my hand that I was holding whenever I turned off.
The human body's surprisingly good at protecting itself.
Yeah. Yeah, and so
against us being stupid.
Commander said this a while ago, but Shiva is the god of death and resurrection. And that's what they wanted it for. That's why they were given it, is because this could be a resurrection of science or finding out something new through blah, blah, blah. Anyways.
The reporter to write about
was a gift,
concerning what is very possibly one of the real purposes for CERN's existence. And he wrote,
yeah, it was a gift from someplace. I don't remember exactly who. And it was a gift.
If, when you think of CERN, you suddenly have a picture in your head of the movie Stargate, you're right on target.
No. Like I said earlier, I didn't even know because I didn't watch this. We're talking about like tubes that are like this big around, right? That they're shooting it through quarters of a mile or a mile of something, right? It's only like that big, if not smaller than that they're shooting things around it. There's not a huge portal somewhere that they're.
Yeah. And about this,
that's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
And then I have to do this.
Yeah.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
And
you dumbass.
Exactly.
See, I don't think this is drugs though. I think this is just a severe lack of education and thinking.
It's an indoctrination.
What? What? Oh. What was in this shit?
And if,
I actually said that wrong because this guy seems very well educated. He's obviously did a lot for this video.
He's indoctrinated.
I think it's a severe lack of knowledge of the real world, of reality, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go ahead and crack on. Otherwise, we could sit here for like a half an hour just playing fucking clips. But let him say a little bit more, and then we'll get done. And I just wanted to hear him say this because I knew that's where he was going with this, saying that we're opening portals, actual like Stargate things to this. So before we get to that, exactly.
Tom Horn, the late and greatly missed TV presenter, publisher, and Christian researcher, among many other things, said some have posited CERN plan to use the Hadron Collider.
Well, he's just sort of lost me a Christian researcher.
Yeah, that's the same as saying biased researcher.
Yeah.
Of course. And then listen to what he says. And they plan to use the Large Hadron Collider to open up portals to other dimensions and possibly already have. Ooh, scary. So anyways, all right.
We're talking about the multiverse, but that will not happen in CERN. But I get the I get the belief that there's other dimensions. I get that, but I can't see it as being correct for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, but not dimensions as in how sci-fi portrays.
Well, he's talking about specific places. Obviously, he's talking about like hell and a planet that resembles Egypt, Stargate, basically. No,
Yeah,
I don't see that, but I can see, what's the other side of a black hole and that. I understand that question of reality, but I can't see a portal sort of thing.
And then once again, we're flicking like peas at it. We're not putting a huge thing somewhere and trying to open it. We're like flicking small objects at things. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're flicking.
You can't see it with the naked eye. It's basically particles. They're firing at each other in the cloud. If that's what you're on about.
Yeah,
well,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's small fucking objects that we're flinging at things. It's not fucking huge stargates or things like that we're trying to like take the code and put it in to find a place to get into the 9th dimension of hell or some bullshit, you fucking weirdos. Okay, so let's.
It'd be cool if them particles, when they shot them, it'd go pew,
pew, pew, pew.
No.
That like those particles, they go 99.9999991% of the speed of light.
Yeah,
you know how much energy that costs for just one particle.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that last step to 100% of speed of light, infinite amount of power that you'll need for that.
Yeah, because it's matter, it's not a photon. So matter cannot travel at the speed of light.
Yeah. Okay,
it's
so
just a simple fact.
Let's get on with this. So something strange is happening to demons worldwide.
Ooh.
So you're welcome.
57% of people do not believe that Satan is a real being, but rather a symbol of evil. Even more alarming, 46% of evangelicals and 65% of Catholics in the United States believe that Satan is not real, but simply a symbol. While it may be one thing for the general population in the United States not to believe in the literal presence of Satan and evil angels, it is concerning that so many Protestant and Catholic Christians share similar views. There is a growing trend towards disbelief in the existence of evil spirits. This trend is exactly how Satan plans as we approach the end times, when Satan must work with greater power to deceive and destroy. He spreads the belief everywhere that he does not exist. It is his policy to hide himself and his way of working. Although it is a topic often avoided in Christian speeches and teachings, the existence and influence of Satan and demons are subjects that Jesus Christ did not hesitate to address during his earthly ministry. He taught about the forces of evil and interacted with them directly. The lack of discussion on this topic in Christianity is intriguing because followers of Christ would choose to ignore a subject that he considered important enough to address. The reality of the forces of evil is not altered by silence or denial. They are a tangible presence in our world. The study of this particular topic seeks to understand what the Bible tells us about these malevolent entities. This theological field provides believers with profound knowledge about the forces of evil, revealing their characteristics, behaviors.
Can I go back to like when he said there's a concernment about you don't have to physically rewind it, Slim. The concernment about Satan not being real. Why are they concerned about that? And when they say, when these Christians go on about God and he created everything, then surely he created evil. They don't like it when you say that, but surely that's the thing, isn't it? God created the devil.
The great.
Every great book needs an antagonist, and why not be this book?
Hello, Wanderer.
And hey, Wanderer. That's the thing about it is God made this whole game and set it up. So just run with it. Just play it like D&D, motherfucker. All right, let's keep going.
And the strategies they employ in their battle against God, his angels, and humanity. We learn that Satan and his demons are real and can influence our world in very tangible ways. They are not mere abstract concepts or symbols of evil, but real personal beings with will, intellect, and a profound hostility toward
personable beings of. Okay, I'm not even going back. Let's just keep going.
Yeah, God, humanity, and everything.
Just believes that
These
they're
beings
real.
chose to rebel against their creator.
Yeah.
And in doing so became adversaries of humanity, seeking to divert us from God through deception, temptation, and oppression. Understanding this study is crucial for several reasons. Firstly, it demystifies.
Yeah, how many places is Christianity being fucking oppressed? Not very many places, you motherfuckers. I hate when they have that complex.
I want to address one thing. Like they say, like, oh yeah, so many Christians skip over a part that Jesus found important enough to address. Where was he addressing that? In the Bible? Which part of the Bible was written by Jesus?
Well, when God made a naughty child, we're all his children, apparently, according to them. When God made a naughty child and a couple of them got naughty, what did he do? He drowned everyone. Why don't he just do that now?
Yeah, and like 42 kids made fun of a guy for being bald, and God had a bear maul them to death. I mean, yeah, God is fucking awesome. Anyways, let's go on.
As the existence and operations of the forces of evil. The truth is that one cannot fight an enemy that is unknown or denied existence. This small study serves as a tool for spiritual warfare, alerting individuals to the reality of Satan's plans and the tactics employed by his servants.
Okay, so what's going on? Okay, let's find out.
Their relentless campaign against the kingdom of God. By understanding how demons operate, believers can better protect themselves against deception and spiritual attacks, remaining steadfast in their faith and equipped with the full armor of God. The focus on the trembling aspect reveals much about the nature of the forces of evil, the power of God, and the implications for believers. The term tremble conveys a sense of fear, anxiety, or agitation so intense that it cannot be concealed.
Oh my God, you're
This
so
signifies a
long-winded.
physical
Come on,
manifestation of
Middle Eastern man with beautiful
However,
blue eyes.
Is he actually going to tell us anything about demons?
Oh, Christians.
And like, you know what the problem with this is? The more people are thinking like, oh yeah, this is bullshit, and like people get that, like the more extreme the extremists will get.
Yeah, and especially if you go into their that's what the persecution whole thingy-mabobber is they think the more they're persecuted, which is somebody going into their side chat or their comments and being like, y'all are fucking idiots. And then they're like, see, they're persecuting me, so it must be proper. Okay, I don't honestly see anything.
Wanderer's son of Hecate makes a good point. They say Lucifer was made of the one God's breath and the light of the morning star. So one wonders where did the fire come from, and that's the point. And Scripture says that God was made from one of the 96 gods in the Old Testament, Beelzebub. They can't even make up their own minds, to be honest.
And also, like, who would I trust first? Somebody that says that wants to bring war to our world, or somebody who is the light bringer?
Yeah. Christianity is hate cult. It's just hatred. If you don't believe in their shit, they will hate you. That's a matter of fact, and that's God's way. If you don't believe them, they will cause wars. They will hate you, and they will try and get their finger in every single pie on this planet just to be relevant and fear you into fucking believing in them. They will scaremonger kids. They will do anything just
look at
to
the
be relevant and take your money. Their tithes.
Look at the 10 Commandments. Like, fucking 4 out of the 10 or something are, if you don't bow down to me, I'm gonna fuck you. Like, literally. Is it 3? Whatever.
3 of them are relevant now. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not murder. And the other one is questionable. Thou shalt not covet or commit adultery. That's what it means. The rest are all God. The very first commandment is thou shalt not witness another God before me, which even God himself even God himself is saying there are other gods. Even he is saying there are other gods, but he's number fucking 1.
Yeah.
And they don't get that shit. They don't get that shit when you tell them there's only one God. But that's the ridiculousness of religion. It's just fucking stupid.
what the only person who would say things like that, especially if you're giving 10 commandments on fucking how to live your life, would be a psychosociopath or whatever the fuck that fucking word is. Like that type of person. Because literally the first thing you do is be like, please don't like rape, murder, steal, lie. And then
those are the good things.
Well, that's the problem with the Bible.
You know that they like the R word. You know, like especially like when daughters get their father drunk.
And not just that, but remember in the Bible,
the R word is acceptable in the Bible. It's just
as long as
you have to marry,
as long as you give 2 goats, a sheep, and marry the girl. You have to give that to the dad.
Also, if the girl doesn't want to get married to that person,
you just got to get her pregnant.
You do have to kill her. You got to stone her to death.
We know I thought you just got her pregnant. Yeah, exactly. And hey, Josette, and everything is legal technically in it. Having slaves, as long as they're not of your blood or not of your nation or something, and then I mean, it's ridiculous. Anyway, so let's crack on with this. So they opened a door to the spirit realm. So here we go.
Story of the founder of NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory and the founder of Scientology and a secret ritual that was performed in the desert one fateful night in 1946, where a portal was opened and spiritual entities, i.e. UFOs, came through, heralding the beginning of a new era of humanity.
Totally.
No, this is not science fiction. This is the true story of the infamous Babylon working ritual. In this End Times Production special report, we are going to show you just how dark, how...
Einstein Productions, that's really a company. Einstein Productions.
Yes, it is.
This is not science fiction. This is a true story.
Although, to just FYI, they are a YouTube channel. I don't know if they're an actual production company per se. Although I want this shirt. Oh my God, repent or perish. Oh, I want that. I want that. Oh, God damn it. Oh, that's so great.
It's just so much fun. Well, you can find any bollocks on YouTube. You really can. Well, this is good research, Slim. I'll give you that.
Thank you. I put a lot of
this is top class AAA bollocks.
Yeah, thank you. I put hours into finding all this for you. So here we blow.
Our world really is.
Dun, dun, dun.
In the vast spectrum of 20th century occult practices, few have garnered as much attention and controversy as the Babylon working ritual. Orchestrated by the enigmatic figures of Jack Parsons, a brilliant rocket scientist and
I
co-founder...
love how he said that like we already know what this fucking thing is. I have no idea what the Babylon fucking shit is.
...of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL, and L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology. This series of rituals sought to manifest the Thelemic goddess Babylon and usher in a new era of human consciousness. But what
wait, who did he say that was? Wait, hold on.
L. Ron Hubbard.
JPL. And L. Ron Hubbard.
Oh yeah, Dianetics. Okay. Sorry, I thought he said somebody.
He was a great director, but he was also a fucking lunatic. Well, I don't know. I still believe Scientology is just a big tax haven for rich.
It is. No, it totally is. He literally was like the best science fiction writer in the world. And then he was on a boat with a bunch of young children, allegedly, and a couple directors or somebody. And he was like playing poker with them and was like, I bet you I can make a fucking religion. And that's what happened. That's how fucking Scientology happened. Is he literally bet a bunch of rich friends, I bet you I can make a religion and make money off of it. And that was the start of it.
I still believe it's still a big, massive tax bank or tax haven for these.
Dude, they make gazillions of dollars.
And who's that other guy out of Greece?
Do you know that you have to pay $10,000 for your own fucking paycheck?
Yeah, but
and you have to work like
$10,000 to these people is what Trump pays in a fucking in a Wendy's.
We're talking about regular folks. They pay the church, just regular people, $10,000 a year or something, and they have to work, and they have to spend like 40 hours a week putting in time.
They're the dumbasses.
Well, I mean, duh, obviously, and I'm not gonna say they isn't, but they're totally brainwashed, and it sucks very much. And hopefully that will collapse soon. But let's crack on because I forgot about this. The last time we talked about them, they took down my fucking thing. So let's like go past this as much as possible without saying that word anymore.
They're scared little bitches.
If they want to be a religion, they've got to be open to scrutiny, and fuck them.
Yeah, exactly. Totally a War of the Worlds vibe for sure.
But the founder of Scientology, this series of rituals sought to manifest the Thelemic goddess Babylon and usher in a new era of human consciousness. But what was the true nature of the Babylon working?
But when was it going to happen, and why didn't it happen? And if they were working on this and it was so fucking well at being a thing, then why is it not a... Never mind. Let's crack on.
What does it tell us about the convergence of science, religion, and esoteric pursuits in the modern age? To fully grasp the significance of Babylon working, one must first understand the Thelemic backdrop against which it was set. Aleister Crowley.
Yeah, no, he was a great motherfucking writer for sure. Yeah, but anyways, so now we're going to Aleister Crowley, which I need to do a whole episode on him because I have so much weird shit about him and so many things that I can say about my personal experience with witchcraft, paganism, and the occult. But anyways, let's crack on.
A British occultist and mystic, founded the religious movement of Thelema in the early 20th century. Central to Thelemic cosmology is the figure of Babylon, a goddess figure embodying the liberating and transformative forces of the feminine divine. In Crowley's vision, Babylon would play a pivotal role in the...
What the fuck was that? Hold on. I'm going to mute it until I find the photo again. Give me a second. What the fuck was that?
Aleister Crowley's orgies in Sicily.
No, wait. What? Oh, why can't I fucking... Oh my god, screw you, hippie. It was somebody swallowing two swords. That was weird as fuck.
If you use the point, the comma and the point, you can go frame by frame.
We can do this.
In Crowley.
Sorry. What the fuck is going on?
Oh yeah, look at that.
He's swallowing two swords, or he has two swords in his mouth, and that only happens in gay porn with not like real swords, but flesh swords. What the? Okay, I'm lying. There are sword swallowers that are able to swallow multiple swords at one time, but what's going on in this is fucking weird looking to me because that's not how you would swallow swords. Anyways, let's crack on. Let's go.
Babylon would play a pivotal role in the forthcoming Aeon of Horus, a new era of human evolution and spiritual emancipation. Jack Parsons, an ardent follower of Crowley's teachings, believed himself to be a key agent in this coming transformation. While many knew Parsons for his groundbreaking work in rocketry, fewer were aware of his...
Once again, folks, if governments were able to come up, just like with alien technology or other technologies that surpassed anything that we fucking know about, yeah, and we'll talk about swallowing swords off stream.
Well, you froze that frame in something that's ahead of the time. That is a fleshlight coming.
Exactly.
You went in line.
Yes. So, anyways, if any world government was to actually have some of these things, they would have blown everybody out of the water. They would be the #1 nation in the world forever if they actually figured out occult ritual practices to make things do things. If they're able to do anti-gravity, if they're able to have propulsion systems that didn't need energy or that always like, what is it? The forever machines or whatever, right? So that's how we know these things are, that's how we know these things aren't real, you fucking dumb cunts, because they tried all these weird things back in the day because of course they had to, because you have to experiment everything, right? You know what I'm saying? Even if it does seem weird and crazy and outlandish, you have to fucking put it through the fucking whatever method, and then like, oh, that actually didn't work. So okay, we're not gonna fucking stick crystals of our buttholes while we're I don't know.
Dancing naked in the moonlight.
Yeah, sure. To get spiritual enlightenment that's gonna power. I don't know. But anyways, let's crack on.
The
Deep
things like
engagement with the occult. In early 1946,
the things like the hoverboard in Back to the Future. I mean, them things exist now, but they're only in area where the floors are magnetized, and this is it. But unless the whole, well, I think we said this, you know, the whole world is magnetized to a point. Unless we work out the hoverboard will be the size of a fucking football field, you know, with the mental anti-magnetic things, then you can never, you know, you can never truly invent these floating objects like spaceships and things like that.
Especially especially a round object that's going to fly in different directions and blah blah blah. Like, what are you talking about? None of that makes any sense in physics.
Yeah, but gravity, although it's just a weak force of the universe, fucking, it's still a force, and you can't circumnavigate that at all with technology. You can't do it.
And then you have to think of the other things like wind, hurricanes, and or other thingies that happen in the atmosphere.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to take in account of all of that shite as well. And so there's a lot of things where, yeah, you can make these things do something for like 50 feet, or it can hover for this big over something, but then you got to put weight on it, and then it doesn't do it anymore. And so, anyways, let's crack on.
Even Star Trek propulsion requires a force that exists. Dilithium crystals, they don't exist. Even that for us. And unless we find something like that or develop something like that, then no, it will never work. Can't work.
And so once again, in the past, they haven't figured any of this crap out. Otherwise, there would be nations that were using this to their advantage, and they would have taken over the world. Literally, if there was especially if it not the America, and if it was America, and we did have any of these technologies, we literally would have taken over the fucking whole planet.
Yeah.
With it. Duh, obviously. So, okay, let's crack on. I'm going to step away for just 10 seconds and I'll be right back.
Get a boo.
Parsons was joined by L. Ron Hubbard, an aspiring writer who would later achieve fame or infamy as the founder of Scientology. The two embarked on the Babylon Working, a series of rituals designed to incarnate the spirit of Babylon into human form, ultimately aiming to birth the so-called Moonchild, a magical child heralding a new dawn for humanity.
You've looked into the satanic side of the occult, correct?
They practice satanic worship.
She said he was conceived out of a nightmare during some satanic cult ritual.
Drawing from a combination of Thelemic rites, Enochian magic, and their own innovations, Parsons and Hubbard conducted the ritual over...
Ow, ow, ow. I kicked the freaking desk when I was trying to get out. Oh, son of a... Now my fucking big toe hurts. Son of a...
L-Ron butt plug.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Okay, Mangoes, hopefully you can make it back in time. Yes, an L. Ron Hubbard. Oh, well, L. Ron butt plug. I like that. Yeah. And I'm sure that he made them and that they used them.
Several weeks. They believed their efforts bore fruit when Parsons met and became involved with an artist named Marjorie Campbell.
Well, hopefully it doesn't. You have a good day.
You have an easy day, Commander.
Whom he considered the earthly embodiment of Babylon.
There was an event that took place back in the late 40s known as the Babylon Working Ritual. Now, this was a ritual that was carried out by Jack Parsons, JPL. You know, people will even to this day say that JPL stands for Jack Parsons Laboratories, but on paper it's Jet Propulsion Laboratories. JPL is major. It's a historic. I mean, so much surrounding this, so much history here. Jack Parsons was not professionally trained, yet he was tapping into high technology and building rockets.
No, what he was doing is he was telling the government that he fucking knew what he was talking about. And they were like, okay, we'll hire you and develop these things. And then he didn't develop those things and they fucking fired his ass. Just like the fucking Men Who See Goats project or whatever the fuck that was called. The guy who said that they could mind see or whatever the fuck he called it. You know, like use telepathy to see objects in different places and to be in different times and to blah, blah, blah. That didn't fucking work. That's why it's not a thing anymore. We figured out, and the government figured out after spending too much fucking money on that douche and his fucking like 6 friends, that it was fucking fake. Like literally, they just paid for these dudes to just take a bunch of hallucinogens and run around and then put crystals on their foreheads and come in every once in a blue moon and sit down in a fucking white room and tell them things, and they barely got one thing right in the like 12 years that they were doing that thing.
Here's the thing. Can you imagine that the amount of money, time, and resources? Because we know governments listen to this, and you know, certain scientists listen to this. It's like the person, while they were being operated on, floated above their body and saw themselves. And you know, even just as simple as writing a number on the top of a machine. Can you tell me what that number was? You couldn't see it. And it's just stuff like that. But the time, resource, and waste of money that's gone into this conspiracy nonsense is fucking incredible. We could, you know, this here could be in a great position now if it wasn't wasting money on bullshit.
The American government has spent gazillions of dollars on sidekicks to try to find dead people or missing people, and literally like nil has ever happened. There's been like 12 cases in the last 20 years out of the million people, million sidekicks that they've hired that actually came out. Like literally, dude, it's insane how much. So once again, if this was a real thing, why is it not a thing? You dumbasses, they can't hide it. And why is the government hiding it? And if they were hiding it, everything would be completely different.
See, if a psychic over here, let's say, I'm not saying we're more intelligent than you. We haven't got space programs like America has. But if a psychic over here pointed directly to a shallow grave, then I would think, you know, if I was a detective, I would say, yeah, you fucking did it, or you're involved.
Yeah.
In it.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. But anyways, I don't want to even think more about that bullshit.
Well, that's just common sense.
There's so many people. Yeah, I know, but so many people have. The police force has spent so much money on giving money to psychics where they never figure out anything.
Yeah, same here. Do that without any type of form.
And they also got innocent people arrested or sent them down the wrong trail. They're like, oh, it's over in these woods, and they had to be. You should have looked over it, you know. So, anyways, let's crack on a little bit more with this.
In the 90s, there was an England football manager was named Glenn Hoddle, and he got a psychic involved in the team that, you know, made them all their aura all right and all this, and we so fucking lost the World Cup. But that was Glenn Hoddle, crazy fucker.
Yeah,
and we have David Icke, the most fucking brutalist conspiracy theorist fella on planet Earth, is David Icke. Oh, what a fucking
fuck him. Fuck David Icke. Okay, anyways.
Rocket programs in America before Jack Parsons. This is paramount to understand. This guy was tapping into Theosophy, Thelema, the religion of Aleister Crowley. He was a disciple of Aleister Crowley, and he was working with L. Ron Hubbard, who was the founder of Scientology. Interestingly, not only did L. Ron Hubbard start Scientology, but he was a science fiction writer. The movie Battlefield Earth with John Travolta.
Why is that's a bad thing to be on your side, you loser? You're so dumb you don't realize having somebody that was a scientist.
You know what was good about this dude? He was awesome at making up science things.
That's what I said. That's what I said earlier. He was
not as good as Michael Crichton. I think Michael Crichton was a lot better.
I'm not even starting that fucking war. But no, Michael Crichton was a good writer as well. But anyways, let's crack on a little bit more to this, and then I have other funny things.
Well, that was written by L. Ron Hubbard. Interestingly,
yeah.
Also, John Travolta is a Scientologist, right? Now, I mentioned this because this is a man who writes science fiction, yet he started a religion based on science fiction. There has to be something in there where he's getting.
No, it was a bet that he fucking had with a bunch of his fucking rich friends that he could make money.
Wait, they think because he wrote science fiction, it's got to be real? Because he was good at coming up with stuff? What he's saying is real.
Okay, so now we're gonna go into.
Okay, I gotta ask this dude, like, what is 1 + 1? He's probably gonna say 29 or something like that.
Any number that you can think of, bro, because like numbers are not. Never mind. I'm not even gonna go further with that.
That's why that's we're talking. 1 + 1 could equal 29 to some people. Depends. You're talking like well, yeah, no, not mathematically.
No, I know. I was saying what to the thingy on the screen. I'm sorry, not to you.
Yeah, well, God, that means a lot. I'm talking philosophy.
Yeah, I get
it could be
totally.
29, but they're questions that no one questions because mathematically 1 + 1 = fucking 2.
Exactly. And I gotta say this just because it's up because Commander put this up. Give big got penguins is dogs, cyborgs, robots, lizards, mango, Sasquatch. Okay, I don't know exactly what you were saying there, but I love that I just got to
Anybody know what they were saying?
I think brainless is.
Are you ready for the ultimate guide?
Okay. Anyways, let's crack on
Or the
with
robot.
this.
To Nikola Tesla's divine code? Brace yourself, because we're about to dive into one of the most powerful manifestation tools in the entire universe.
Okay, I
And
get
guess
what you're
what?
saying.
Nikola Tesla himself claimed that this method holds the keys to the universe. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered how you could unlock the secrets of the universe and
Yes.
create the life you truly desire?
Yeah, totally.
Well, my friend, the answer lies within the 369 method.
Oh, that
But hold
one.
on a second. What is this 369 method all about? Watch this video till the end to understand this 30-second 369 technique.
It's got to be
used by
better
Tesla
than
himself.
Dubai's 200 proofs of flat Earth, hasn't it? It's got to be because it's 369,
Totally.
and it's got 69 there. It's got to be better.
Exactly. So let's just crack on to. Here we go to this. Oh, here.
On your wall, or carry them on index cards in your pocket.
Yeah,
This way, you'll always have them handy and can quickly review them. Commit to the 9-second ritual for 9 days.
So commit to the 9-second ritual for 9 days straight and watch what unfolds before your eyes.
And watch what unfolds before your eyes.
She's
This
counting money.
technique
I
is
bet you got to give them
scientifically
money.
The energy you desire
Yeah.
is already present in the quantum field or the fourth dimension. It's just waiting for you to tap into it.
And that's exactly what's happening in the universe. Is exactly that. Okay. Okay. So here we go. What happened to where did all the water go after the biblical flood? Oh my Jesus.
My ass.
I'm so sorry that you all have to.
Rather than a worldwide event, as some have proposed, in part 3 of the Genesis account of Noah's Ark.
And here we blow. Where did all the water go?
And the waters receded continually from the earth. At the end of the 150 days, the water decreased. Genesis 8, verse 3. Most people.
Commander, we have a free website to use for bingo cards. So if you want to make bingo cards,
Oh, yeah.
do a bingo thing, I
Gotta look
have
that
a
up.
link.
Yeah.
I think
We'll
I
look
still
that
have
up.
the link right here. Nope, I don't have it anymore. But anyways, there is a free bingo.
It will be looked up. I've got the day off tomorrow, so.
I said bango cards. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So, anyways, let's crack on. Giant
I'll look
animals.
that
I don't
up,
know.
in between all the jacking off and stuff tomorrow.
There we go. Exactly. Okay, so here we blow.
People don't realize that where its highest mountains and lowest valleys evened out, there's enough water in today's oceans to cover the entire Earth to a depth of over 1.5 miles deep. 3/4 of the Earth's surface is still covered with water, and there are low parts like the Marianas Trench, and there are high.
There's not enough water on this planet to cover the world. A quarter. That's even if you dissolve change all the atmosphere into H2O, it would still not cover the whole planet and dissolve all the ice caps and whatnot. And no.
That was hilarious. Exactly, dog.
Quarter of a mile. Cover the land a quarter of a mile. Yeah, nah. Even if the ice caps melted, the land would probably be flooding somewhere, but it would be minimal because
it's going to be feet, and maybe tens of feet, maybe hundreds, but not quarters of a mile.
But
it
like,
wouldn't be hundreds of feet. It would be a lot.
Everest is not going to get covered.
Nothing
keep it
is
at that.
anyways, let's crack on. But let's find out where all the water went after the flood. That's what I want to know.
What?
Water went.
Where did the water go?
And of course,
I mean, hopefully it got splashed in my face while I was paying for somebody to squirt on me, but let's talk about that later.
Well, to be fair, if the ice caps did melt, we're lucky. We live in the northern hemisphere.
You're doing it, or am I doing it, Slim?
No, I will in a second, but go ahead, dog. Say
I'm just saying, we're lucky we live in the northern hemisphere because all the water would run to the south, obviously.
It would be flooded. Executively. So anyway,
we're in the north, so we'd be all right. We'd be safe.
You said it, dog. You said it.
Exactly.
It would run to the bottom.
Bottom, exactly.
To be fair.
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 I'm going to send action bastard on the both of you.
It is such a delight to have somebody on here that just has that in their standard vocabulary.
I have it right.
English, of course, it's in my vocabulary.
Yeah, no, but
I have it right here. The free bingo thing. I'm going to send it to you, Commander, right now. I forgot that I did have it as a link. Yeah, okay. Give me a second to send it to both you y'alls. There we blow.
Does he even know how long a quarter of a mile is?
Of course they don't. They're fucking crazy religious zealots. I know how long a quarter of a mile is.
That would literally change the planet gravitational pull to like G3.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that don't make sense with this. But I want to find out where the water
Gravity's
went.
fake.
But where did the water go?
The famous undersea explorer, the late Jacques Cousteau. Were the crust of the Earth to be leveled with great mountain ranges like the Himalayas and ocean abysses like the Mariana Trench evened out, no land at all would be shown above the surface of the sea. Earth would be covered by a uniform sheet of water more than 10,000 feet deep.
You're not reading this right, you idiot. God damn it, people are so dumb. He's trying to say that the ocean abysses and the Mariana Trench are fucking so deep, it's probably the height of mountains. You fucking idiot.
So overwhelming the ocean seems to be. Simply put, the water from the flood is still in the ocean.
It's this douche nozzle. Oh, of course it's I didn't even know that it was this douche nozzle. If you don't know who Calvin Smith is, he's a fucking plot whistle that a lot of these people that do atheist or religious content go over his punk ass a lot, making fun of it.
And seas we see today. And the majority of geologists observe, it does appear that the continents were at one time all together and not separated by the vast oceans of the day. So there are very good reasons to believe these features likely formed during or since the Great Deluge, and that the Earth during Noah's pre-flood day didn't have the high mountains or deep ocean trenches of today. The forces involved in the flood were certainly sufficient to change the planet. Scripture indicates that God formed the ocean basin.
Okay, but where did all the water go now then?
Most scientists agree that there was one massive landmass with probably a couple of little outcrops off of it, and basically that has become Africa. And if you look at a drawn world map, you can actually see where it may actually fit like a jigsaw puzzle into one big map. Apart from a big hole, which is now known as the Mexican fucking, the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay.
Which is where they believe the asteroid that destroyed everything on land. The big. But we could see that, but for him to say that. I forgot where it was. Oh, go on,
it's not neatly anyways, because I want to know where all the water went after the flood.
Lose my way when I try to follow those who walk delicately amongst types and allegories. A certain passion for clearness forces me to ask, bluntly, whether the writer means to say that Jesus did not believe the stories in question, or that he did. When Jesus spoke, as a matter of fact, that the flood came and destroyed them all, did he believe that the deluge really took place, or not? And these aren't the only theological problems with trying to adopt the idea of a local flood. In 2 Peter 3, the coming judgment by fire is likened to the former judgment by water.
Okay, but where do you tell me that? Okay, hopefully here he's going to tell us where all the fucking water went.
While leaving the rest of the world untouched. And there's more. At the end of the great deluge, the Bible says God put a rainbow in the sky as a covenant between God and man.
Yeah, we know all this, but where did the fucking water go,
The animals, that he
asshole?
would never again repeat such an event.
I believe
However,
what he's
there have been
saying. What he's saying is like Mount Everest was dug out of the Mariana Trench, and that's where all the water went.
Well, the Mariana Trench is deeper than Everest is high, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But I think this is a sort of flat earth thing he's on about. Maybe God, it's like the earth is like a bathtub and God may pull the plugs of some sort.
Sure. But where does it go in the middle of the earth? There's molten stuff. There is the core and all.
God's plumbing. But it goes in back.
Yeah, it just runs off the turtle's back.
He just flushed it like a fucking toilet. Okay.
Yeah, he recycles it and puts it back into rain clouds and whatnot.
Yeah.
God,
Totally.
he can do all
Huge
that.
local floods.
So here we go.
Since then, many in recent times. For example, in Bangladesh, Indonesia, and Japan. So if Noah's flood had been a local flood, God would have repeatedly broken his promise never to send such a flood again.
And he did, but making local floods, you idiot. Never mind. Okay. I don't believe he's ever going to fucking say it.
No, but like what he's saying is like, if it was a local flood and not a worldwide flood, then God has broken his promise, and God would never break his promise, so it was not a local flood.
Yeah. I love that. I love the way that these religious people use the word flood and will not commit fucking genocide again.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, but that they cannot say that because God is committing genocide every fucking moment of the day.
No, he's concentrating at the moment, giving AIDS to babies in Africa at the moment. That's where his full concentration is. Fuck the wars around the world.
How many babies he kills in
Africa. I'm just going to concentrate on giving AIDS to babies in Africa. That's that's what God's doing at the moment. But at the end of the day, well, we know it's all bollocks. It's all hatred and crap. But I just like the way they say flood rather than God will not commit genocide anymore. That should have been God's promise. If it was, it would make sense of these local floods, because these local floods, they'll just kill a few hundred people, would be sensible. I don't know why the religious don't go with that. I mean, they've changed that Bible so many fucking times to try and cover themselves. Why don't they just say, change the world, change that passage in the Bible to, I will not commit genocide anymore on my children, rather than I will not create a flood anymore. It's just sort of
because if they say like there's not going to be genocide anymore, like then what do they have to threaten us?
Hell, that's a fear mechanism they use on children. It's hell. It's basically this torture place that came out in 1611. There was nothing before that, rather than the ironic comedies of Henri Dante, his book Inferno, that just said there was 9 levels of hell. Many popes were in.
I killed him. First Amendment killed him. Get rid of the Second Amendment.
But God should just go fuck himself if he exists. Because if there is a God, then I'm judged by him, and I will ask that question. What the fuck, God? And kick him in the nuts.
No, but like, how can a God judge us if he is that evil?
Well, yeah,
once again, it's an easy way to be like, this isn't, like, why do I need to? Anyways. If there was a God and we were supposed to debate them or see them at the pearly gates or talk to fucking whoever the cunt whistle is at the pearly gates, it would be easy for most of us to be like, fuck you, none of your shit made any fucking sense. You made this so convoluted. How the fuck was I supposed to know how to find the fucking treasure at the end of the fucking thing when you made fucking like gazillion and a half maps. You made them in different languages. You translated them. You know, like I can't follow the fucking clues like Lucky Charms or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, fuck you. You're the one who made this so fucked up. I can't fucking follow it.
Just referencing the chat, Deep Ashton. Yeah, I've read Rashi rendition of the flood, and it just shows the show. It's just it was a local flood. That was all it was. It was nothing more, nothing less. And obviously, we know most worldviews of religion and have a flood involved in their.
What country, what society, what civilization has not gone through a large flood at some point in time?
I went through a flood in my village in 2015.
Literally, everybody has gone through something that felt like a fucking flood. Did it last 40 years and 40 nights? Probably not. But every culture has gone through that. So, of course, you're going to have every culture that's going to write about a thing where it seems like maybe at the same time there was a flood. But again, did it last 40 days and 40 nights? We have no cultures other than the Bible that says things like that actually happen anywhere. And you'd think that like people would write about that, even if all of the descendants of humans died, except for the descendants of Noah and Homegirl. I don't even know. Then you think they would be writing about that, and it would be in all kinds of places, in different places. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because all those other people were killed.
No, but the kids or other people would write about it and be put in different places. Like it wouldn't just be put in one thingy-mabobber. It would be spread throughout the worlds in different ways and shapes and or forms. But anyways, I'm in the PNW 40 days and 40 nights of rain is nothing. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's different. That's different for sure.
We already know that a 750-year-old man cannot build a magical zoo boat on his own with fucking no technology or tool. Or this is Bronze Age. Yeah, bronze nails, maybe. That was the best they did. And this boat was 400 cubits long, which is, I think it's about 500 foot. And whatever, it doesn't matter. It was literally 3 stories high.
None of it matters.
No, it doesn't. But this boat would have to have been, even back then, because don't forget, only 1% of species of animal live today on this planet. The other 99+% have all disappeared.
Exactly.
And yeah, even now you would need a boat the size of like 6 foot, 10 football pitches. Big, yeah, and 20 times longer than the fucking biggest cargo liner on the planet is. I can't remember what it's
and
called.
if you were to have carnivorous animals on there for that long, you'd have to have a gazillion and a half things to feed them, and then all the
they all turn vegan.
Yeah, that's exactly. And then all the fucking vegetables you would have had to have if, let's just say, they were all vegan. Then what? None of it makes any motherfucking sense. It's fucking.
Well, yeah, they were on the boat as well for about 6 months, a little under 6 months.
Sure.
They would fucking be mucking out, or where would the food come from?
Exactly.
None of it. A lot of the Christians say, "Oh, they were fed off the corpses." From the flood, that were floating corpses of the heathens of the world. That's what they say. But I mean, fuck, it just
that's cannibalism.
It's just so ridiculous. It is the most ridiculous story in the Bible.
Exactly. So, anyways,
apart from the resurrection, I think that's just zombie Jesus. Just doesn't make sense.
No. Anyways. Hey, Angel. Everybody say hello to Angel. Unfortunately,
hey, Angel.
It is about the time that, well, I don't have that much more to share with y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and...
Angel is correct, though. We are a bunch of shit talkers talking shit.
Yes, no, that's exactly what we are. But anyways, a bunch of yes, I see that now. We're gonna get out of here because I have a handful of other things, but we'll do them in another time.
Hey, but do realize we must be onto something, because like otherwise God would not have sent one of his angels.
Exactly, for sure. And, but
Sorry.
we do have Lucifer here as well. But anyways,
Yeah,
thank
we've
y'all
got
for
Lucifer
being
the Almighty, we got Dog the Almighty. So we're pretty. Nobody's beating us.
Yeah,
We even got demon orbs here.
Yeah, and then of course a citation needed that everything we're saying is a bunch. But anyways, we'll talk about that later. I'd love for you to do a debunking thing about the stream we just did, and then letting us know, letting me know when you made one of those. Who? Oh my Jesus, we're gonna have some. Oh my God! Now, of course you're here, and now I wanna. Well, wait.
First troll. You should be proud.
I know,
Slim,
I know.
Who would believe you? Okay, who would believe somebody that has put out nothing? Or are you joining on panels on other streams? Like, then please refer us to that, because we don't know anything about you from your empty YouTube channel.
First troll. That is fucking great. I mean, that is just.
It's been a while. It's been a while since we've gotten a troll. So who would believe anybody would a ring in his nose? So great for you having a great sentence structure. Anyways, would a nose ring in his nose, rings in his ears, if he is in Lucifer, who is must be gay? Why don't this man put a knitting needle in his ears, come out to the other end? I actually put knives inside my skull and lift weights for my piercings and swallow swords and all kinds of fun stuff. Angel.
Slim.
Yes.
Can we freak them out? Do you got a knife nearby?
Yeah, no, I totally have one right here, but I think they're
because that is the thing you do that even freaks me out a bit. I don't know why.
I think they're AI generated. I don't think they're fucking real people. I don't think they're real humans. Oh
no, I think so.
You think they're real humans?
Well, Angel, yeah. Why not?
What a bunch of weirdos. How do they get loose? Somebody better call the asylum. They're missing a couple of nuts. No, I'm completely motherfucking insane. That's totally a thing.
Hola.
Well, speak for yourself, doggo. I'm quite loco, but
you're a fucking nut job, man. What's up with you?
Yeah.
Just admit it. Come to the dark side and admit it. You know, be free with your life. Say, I'm a fucking nutter. I'm proud.
I almost want to go over this, but let me find something.
Well, this just proves my theory on they are nothing but hate cults. So they'll come into streams and all they'll do is hate on criticize them. That's all they do is they'll hate on someone for criticizing them. They'll call them names and whatnot. That's your all loving Christianity, people. Is just
it's actual
hatred.
That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Okay,
send that bastard on Angel. He'll sort him.
Ooh. Let's see how we're going to play with our new toy. We're going to do this for a minute. We're going to play with our new toy.
Now we got to do more religious streams. Because otherwise, what is troll going to be doing? Like,
yeah. Also, it is a bot. It's just repeated itself. So,
those are just copy pasters. They're copy pasters. Like, because typing is very hard when you're wanking yourself. Trust me, I know. And copy paste is a lot easier.
I want to do this, but I don't know if I want to do. Son of a bee sting! God damn it! Of course, the fucking troll comes in right when we're trying to leave. Just I'm not that sore. Should we do? I don't want. Okay.
Activity on your channel.
I'm gonna try to find another religious thingy mabobber to go over. What are we saying about? Oh, no, that's not that 100%. God damn it!
Your set's probably talking about you. You're on camera.
I I mean, these religious people say,
sure.
the Bible's perfect, it's not contradictory, it's not this, it's not... It fucking contradicts itself in the very first fucking paragraph.
It always does.
God
and
created
has
light
been.
before the sun. What, did fucking create an ever-ready fucking torch or something?
Okay. I kind of feel like this is kind of dry, but we'll begin going over it.
Yeah. Okay.
Hermeneutics. Oh, Jesus Christ! I
You
probably
need to share your screen, you dumbass.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get to like this part, and there we go. There we go. And then I'll share it. Actually, before we do that, Angel, here we go. You want to see something fucking what a bunch of weirdos do?
Oh.
Now, see if you stick
Slim,
around after that.
Slim, what was that at the end?
That peace of mind. Call it peace of mind.
Angels,
okay, so here we go.
Oh, we're weirdos. Hell fucking yeah.
Okay, so this is what is before the flood, and it's gonna.
Angel wants to know what I stick in me to go to the fucking toilet.
In this talk.
A lot of things, but let's crack on with this a little bit and see if Angel stuck around
today. But before we get to those misconceptions, how long was the pre-flood world in existence? Well, that's a really interesting question. One of the ways that we can kind of figure that out, obviously, is looking to scripture. Now, I already said that it began.
There, you cannot look at scripture to tell how long anything has been.
With the creation of the universe and the earth, and ended with the flood. But I think we could be a little bit more specific than that. If you crack open your Bible to Genesis chapter 5, you'll see that there it lists a genealogy or a lineage from Adam to Noah. And in addition to that, it lists the age at which each person in the lineage.
Okay, so if we were going to go off like really stuffs and pretend that the Bible has anything to do with anything, so there's ape-like creatures, right? Until something was born into a human-esque state, right? And that's where humans became not
a thing.
What they were before. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if let's just pretend there was an Adam and Eve at one point in time, which was the first forms of humans from getting birthed, and then they started as something. Let's pretend that there was still stuff before then.
One was murdered before the earth actually took place. The people took place. So Eve was the only woman with a man, Adam, and his son Cain, because Abel had been killed. Which you have to, God is all seen and all knowing. Yet why didn't he find? Why did he have to hide the body? So it just preconsists that morality is subjective is objective rather than subjective. But then you go into it's like Eve must have a fucking clout, a fanny like fucking like a butcher's dustbin, a butcher's trash, all that waste meat. She must have to have been raped and had kids from her son and her husband, enough to build a daughter, or till she had a daughter, you could take the slack off of her. But I mean, it's ridiculous nonsense.
Yes,
I think someone worked it off that she would have had to have 10 babies a year.
Yeah, like 100 altogether or something. But it doesn't matter. And if these people were actually smart, they'd say it this way. They would say Adam was the first version of man, which could have been multiple people and not just one. And then Eve could be the first version of woman, and it could have been multiple people or a whole colony or blah, blah, blah. They're so stupid. They don't realize that how they're pigeonholing themselves into the idiocracy. Okay. So I'm going to keep going with this for a second. I will be right back.
lineage had the next person in the lineage. So, for example, person A was, say, 130 years old when he had person B was 150 when he had person C, so on and so forth. And by adding up those ages, we can come up with an estimation of the total amount of time between Adam, the first man, and Noah, which is when the flood begins. And if you do that using Genesis 5 as it appears in most of our Bibles, you'll come up with about 1650 years.
Ooh, most of
And
our Bibles.
This is where the
Not all of
controversy
them.
kind of starts, because not everyone agrees with that age, even within young Earth creation circles, because there are different textual variants. So I already mentioned most of our modern Bibles, when we use that, we come up with 1650 years. That's based on the Masoretic text. But there are other variants, such as the Septuagint text. And that one, if you add up the ages, you'll get approximately 2100 years. And the possibility exists that there are missing generations or gaps in the genealogies. That's a position that some young Earth creationists have suggested, even going back to Wickham and Morris's famous book, The Genesis Flood. So how much time is in those gaps? We can't really say for sure, but we can look at other genealogies in Scripture that we have a better handle on.
But to be fair, you've got, well, I'll say it again.
Oh, can you? Anyways.
Anyway, but you've got Christianity, which is what, less than 2,000 years old. You've got Judaism, which is about 5,000 years old, and you've got Hinduism, which is over 10,000 years old, and there's scripture long before that as well. To other people that believe this, but the Christians, they just get on this weird fucking tangent. They, oh God, it's just one God, it's this and that. We're the superior religion. That's why we have these wars, because the only way Christians can project their Christianity or their religion is by killing anyone who fucking doesn't believe in them. Which is, you go back to the Holy Wars. But if you look at Scripture, you look at Adam and Eve. Well, Adam and Eve could hide behind, the all-seeing, all-knowing, all-doing fucking God. They can hide behind a tree to hide from him. Well, when they finally got banished out the garden, out goes Adam with his fig leaf, meeting hundreds of other people. Where the fuck did they all come from? There's no tangent into them in the Bible. He just met all this civilization from the Garden of Eden. It's just fucking book is nonsense, crazy shit. But if they believe in it, good on them. Let them believe in that shit. That's their life. Who are we to judge?
Who is the 69 Angle? Let us know. And that's hilarious. Of course, they fucking remove comments. Only the bitches remove their comments. Anyways, let's crack on with this. Animals ate other animals before the flood. Yeah, I mean, what? And of course, they're going to say that they were a certain way before the flood, which doesn't make any fucking sense.
Other animals before the flood. On the top left here, we have two fossils. We have a fossil of a velociraptor, one of the dinosaurs from Jurassic Park, and it is preserved in battle with a protoceratops, which is a small triceratops-like dinosaur without the horns. And in addition to this, we also have fossils of protoceratops.
Is that the person who was just in our chat here, Demon?
With velociraptor bite marks on them. So very clearly, velociraptors were eating protoceratops, sometimes even attacking live animals.
Okay,
and if you look at the bottom, you'll find a fossil of a giant fish called Pseudactinus. This fish grew about 16 to 20 feet long, and it's kind of hard to see, but if you look in its stomach area, you'll find complete skeleton of a smaller fish. So some point in the past, this Pseudactinus swallowed another fish whole.
We still have animals that eat other animals, you weirdo. What does that have to do with the fucking flood? Okay, anyways, I knew this was going to be boring. I just wanted to see if we could get Angel to keep being around, but that's pretty much
maybe
everything
Angel will come back. You never know.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all that I had for today. I had like two more things, but
I do think trolls are cool, though. I think they add to the whole thing of a channel. If you got trolls, you've arrived. I mean, people are hearing about you.
Oh my God, you should have seen when we used to do game streams. I would get 10 trolls every single time. It was so much fun. And we've gotten lots of trolls. So yeah, but that does prove that you've made it to some extent. When you get at least one, And we haven't gotten one in a fucking hot minute, huh, Brainless?
Well, yeah, we haven't had a troll in quite a bit.
Yeah. So
Trolls
at least
add to the channel. You've had a view out of them, and you've had comments
exactly.
out of them. So it all adds to the algorithm, as you would say.
Yes, and that's exactly why I don't mind them. And come in.
Angel, please don't tell your friends about the stream and how stupid we are. Don't show it to them.
Yeah, don't. We don't want all you. That would be overwhelming.
Don't hit the dislike button or don't.
Yeah, definitely do not hit the dislike button.
Yeah, totally. This is crap you see on the internet. Are these two lunatics going to have sex after the show? Please don't.
That's a bit personal, but yes, maybe. Do you want to join?
I thought there's 3 people on here, and that's what the OnlyFans. That's what the OnlyFans is for.
They can't even count.
No, it's fun. It's fun to engage with the trolls. We've played with trolls. We've played with them over and over again. So I mean,
seems like a harmless
Angel may not be a troll. Just may may just be a person who disagrees with them.
I think they're a young person on the interwebs trying to use it for the second time in their life, and they don't know how the world works. But it's okay. You'll learn, Angel. Don't worry. You'll learn how the interwebs works eventually. But we're gonna get out of here because I've only eaten a taco
Angel,
today.
you're always welcome.
Yeah, no, totally come back.
Your insults, or if you want to call them insults.
But work on your dictation a little bit better.
It may not be English; it may just be typing in it.
That's true. So I'll give them that benefit of the doubt if English is not your first language. But come back anytime and hang out.
If it is your first language, then go back to fucking school.
Yeah. No sex with fans. I hurt my willy on those blades. Exactamole. Sorry, Ollieman. We're just getting out of here. And yes, finger it out.
Yeah.
So, anyways, sorry everybody. I don't have that much more. I don't have really anything more to share with y'all for today's subject. I will look up a bunch of more crazier stuff for the future. And then we will get back to the normal streams of things next week's with the normal stuff. So please subscribe, like, share, comment. If you comment after this, not in the side chat, if you have nothing else to say, just comment a robot face.
Yeah, and robot face for the win.
Also, can I just say to Angel, literally, we usually do not go into, if you're religious and you're offended by it, we rarely go into religious stuff. It's mainly just fuck brain nincompoops we talk about.
Well, once again, I'll say this. Once again, I'll say this. We don't give a flying F about your religion, your faith, your spirituality, or anything. It's the extremists that we go over. The people that are fucking talking out their arse, that are stealing people's money, taking people's money, that are grifting, and then doing these things to make money off of people's delusions and or to take grandma's freaking life savings and shite. That's what we're here to make fun of or try to shine light on. I don't give a fuck what you are.
Quite a good one, Al. That is quite a good one. If we can offend your religion, then like it's not that powerful.
Exactly.
No, I'd like Angel to come back and maybe see what we actually do.
Sure.
As long as you don't into religion, but I'd say Angel should come back and see what we actually do.
It's a lot of fun.
We shit talk and we shit talk because we talk shit on other subjects too.
Yes.
Angel, you were right about one thing. That Slim there in the top corner, like shit, he's one big fucking weirdo.
Yeah, he is a fucking freak, that guy.
But he's such a sweet teddy bear.
But we're not offended at all by you calling any of us weirdos or anything like that. So we're gonna get the fuck out of here, and before we do, all I gotta do is play this. So bye, we'll see y'all later.
Alrighty then.